This too sharp with ET, the two big stories today. First, RBI holds its rate steady after 3 cuts this year that we have seen, keeping your EMIs unchanged for now, even though inflation hits a 77-month low. While second is that markets closed lower today as rate-sensitive drag, while NSDL rallies post its listing and Reliance Power crashed again. RBI's Monetary Policy Committee kept the repo rate unchanged at 5.5% with a unanimous vote to maintain a neutral stance. For the borrowers like you and me, well, the EMIs on home, car and personal loans, they remain the same for now, even though banks may still trim the rates in the coming months because of the transmission of the earlier cuts that we had seen. RBI Governor Sanjay Malhotra said that inflation has cooled faster than expected. CPI for FY26 is now pegged at 3.1%, the lowest since Jan of 2019. That's thanks to strong monsoon, healthy sowing, as well as high food grain stocks that we have seen. But remember, food price volatility could push inflation above 4% by year end, hitting 4.9% in Q1 FY27. For savers and deposit rates, well, they should remain steady in the near term. The neutral stance keeps the RBI free to move either ways depending on the incoming data. So GDP growth stays at 6.5% for this fiscal. US tariff and global trade tension are the key risks. Bond yields rose to 6.37% after the policy. Rupee edged up to 87.73 per dollar. So Goldman Sachs trimmed India's growth forecast slightly, warning that such low inflation is rare and also vulnerable to shocks. In markets today, Sensex fell 166 points, Nifty slipped 75 points. They were dragged by real estate, consumer as well as the auto stocks. IT as well as pharma also fell sharply on the fresh US tariff threats. Now, broader markets, they underperformed with small cap down over 1%, mid caps down 0.8%. Britannia sank over 4% on weak results and Bharti Hexacom lost 2.8%. In IPO action, NSDL opened at 880, up 10% from its 800 rupees issue price, closed the day at 936, a 17% gain over its IPO price, beating the grey market estimates. Analysts suggest that partial profit booking while holding for the long term, also citing that NSDL's dominant role in India's depository system and also solid financials may give it a long-term gain. Reliance Power tumbled around 5%, hitting its lower circuit on the third straight day, and that is taking its 1-month loss over 31%. The slump follows Chairman Anil Ambani's ED appearance in, remember, the 17,000 crore rupees loan fraud case. The stock closed at 47 rupees 46 paise, well below its all key matrices, and also analysts now warn that unless this particular counter goes to 5250 levels and reclaims it, it could slide down to 3035. Group maintains that the loans under investigation were historical, fully repaid, and that Reliance Power and Reliance Infrastructure are nearly debt-free. But for now, both legal risk and market sentiment are weighing heavy on this particular stock. With that, it's a wrap. On to Sharp. Thanks so much.